So I'm going to start by removing this cover here behind the door handle, stick a trim tool in here and just pry it out. Preferably use plastic so it doesn't damage the plastic. Then there are 2 Phillips head screws that you have to remove. I'll start with this top one. And one down here behind the handle. Okay, that's all for here. And next, this large armrest piece, it's actually just a cover, and that has to pop off, which will expose more mounting screws. So I'm going to take this same trim tool and stick it back here and just pry it out. It's held on by several push clips, so it's pretty tightly secured in there. Just pull straight out like that. There we go. Some more Phillips heads. I'm going to start over here and just work my way to the other side. There's also one on the bottom here. Oh, I missed one. I missed one over here. Last one. Okay, this piece comes off and it frees the door panel at the top here. At this point, all we have is push clips that hold this door panel on. So I'm going to take my plastic trim tool, stick it in here, and just try to pry them out. They are pretty stiff, so don't be afraid to tug on it, but make sure you don't break them. There we go. I'm going to pop this corner piece out just to make room for the lower part of the door panel to come off. Set that aside. Now we can lift this, pull it out, and then lift it up. Should unhook from the door. Then on the back side, don't go too far because you have some wiring. Next, with a pocket screwdriver, I'm just going to gently pry down on the locking clip of this lock switch and pull it straight out. Okay. And next we have the window switches and the mirror switch, which are right up here. Okay. I guess that makes things a little bit easier. Push that through. Okay, there's that one. And here's this one. Okay, set this all aside. Now let's pull back the vapor barrier. Be careful with this butyl tape here. It's super sticky, so if it gets on your clothes or in your hair somehow, it's not going to be fun trying to get this back out. I'm going to unplug the mirror so I can feed the cable through it. At this point, we can use a 10mm socket and unbolt the motor. There are 3 nuts holding this on. Before I take this last one out, I'm going to unplug the connector for the motor. go. And gently pull this motor away. There you go. Okay, there's your motor. Take your new motor and line it up with the 3 studs, but also with this gear here for the regulator that drives the window up and down. And if it doesn't line up with the gear, I'll show you how to get it to work in a second, but hopefully it does. Slide it onto the studs, and as you can see, it's not bottomed out completely. That means it's not lined up. So what you can do is very carefully stick your hand back here and just press the window down or pull it up, whatever you have to do, and there you go. That lines up because as you move the window, it moves that gear, and obviously it lines up with the splines. So let's get the 3 mounting nuts and start those on. Snug them up. All right. Now for this particular motor, you can't just plug the harness straight into it. You actually need this adapter harness that is provided with it. So plug that into the connection on the motor, make sure that clicks, and then plug the adapter harness into the original harness. And the window motor also comes with one of these wire ties if you wish to tie this up here, but there really isn't that much slack on it, so I'm just going to leave it right here with all these other wires. And as always, give it a test. So plug in your window switch again, and it works perfectly. Let's put the vapor barrier back. Just going to stick it over here first. And then make sure all of your wires go through. Connect everything that needs to be connected underneath it. If this doesn't stick, you can either use some regular tape to hold it up or some more butyl tape if you have any. But usually it should still be sticky. Slide this in this way. Put the vapor barrier over just like that. Okay, let's get the door panel. Connect this green connector to the lock switch. Take these 2 wires and feed them through the hole in the top here, and then we'll take the door panel, hook it over the door here. I'll leave those to be connected in a little bit, and then it looks like everything is lined up, so I'm just going to press in all the push clips. That looks good. Let's connect the window switch over here. Make sure your mirror switch connector goes through this forward slot here, and go ahead and connect it. Press this down. Hey, it works. Now let's put in all the screws that hold the door panel to the door. Let's put in the 2 medium length screws here and here that hold this trim piece onto the door handle. Now take this piece and line it up. And then this one had several bolts holding, or screws holding it on. There were these two main anchor screws for the door. They go into the larger openings here. There's one over there and one over here. And then this piece was also held on by 4 little screws. One here. One that went straight down in here. And then 2 over here. Okay, and then there was a cover that covered all this, of course, which is this piece right here. It's got some metal clips on the back side. Just make sure you line them all up before you press it into place so you don't break them. That's that. And now we're missing this last trim piece here that covers the door handle. So slide this on. It has a couple hooks on the back side. Those have to slide in first, and then press the front in, just like that. That's perfect. This one also has a clip on the back side that has to line up, and then a little tab here that hooks in first, like this, and then it should automatically line up. And there you have it.